Carson, what's up, brother? It's great to see you. It feels like I've seen you every week for about a month and a half now. We just keep hanging out and doing things like this. I want to start with last week and that game winning drive where we see the quote, and I talked to you after the game, and you just said, "Hey, I told him we've got 3 minutes for the rest of our lives. Nothing else matters." What was going through your head though as you're walking onto that field, down a score, with 3 minutes left?
Yeah, well, that's the PG version of what I said. But man, I don't know. You live for moments like that, especially on that stage, right? Just to be in that moment and have that opportunity. Again, that's why you start playing football as a kid. And I mean, what an opportunity and what a way to just seize the opportunity as well. I mean, the entire offense. I mean, we made play after play. Keelan obviously was going absolutely nuts on that drive, made play after play, and man, just so fun, and again, what a moment for this team and what a moment for this university to be able to seize that and then ultimately, have the opportunity of what is upon us this week.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. I mean, it's literally what you dream about. It's what you do in the backyard, and you did it. And I think it, speaks to who you are as a player because that's been your whole career, man. Just steady, and when you need it most, you find a way to do it. You guys go 15 plays, 75 yards in 2 minutes and 55 seconds. So you did it a little early. You could have taken a little more time, but you're walking into the end zone, and there's so many different cameras as the games get bigger, and my favorite is kind of from the end zone, and you can see your face. I can see you smiling when you're on about the 5 yard line because you know you're about to win this football game. Just dive in more about that drive. You talk about the plays, the catches, the runs. Just everybody seemed to step up when you needed it most.
Yeah, and it's not like the drive was just perfect. So, we had a miscommunication on the very first throw. I threw it a little bit shorter than he thought I was gonna end up throwing it, and then they make a good play on a seam ball. They go cover zero. We have them where we thought we wanted them, and the safety makes a great play, gets a pass breakup, and then we get the PI to convert on that third down when I threw the fade to Keelan, and then CJ hook route, third down, then whatever, I fall on the ground. I look terrible. I look so unathletic. And then dig route to Keelan, another third down, and then hook route on second down to get down to the 10. Then we mash it, call a timeout, and then I'm in there. And oh my gosh, that moment was so surreal. Especially getting to, run in right the whole student section, all the
Yes.
Canes fans on our side. Like I see everybody just going crazy and I'm screaming from the 5 yard line, like you said. I mean, man, again, what a moment. It's something that obviously I'll remember for the rest of my life and I'll never forget. But oh my gosh, just so happy for our team and our guys and the chance to, play in this game this upcoming week.
You bring up that dig route, and that is I mean, it's not a secret. I'm not breaking news here. It seems like it's a route that not only you feel very comfortable throwing, but your receivers are really good at running. I mean, I think of a couple of third downs against Ohio State. I think of this game where you guys just find that. What is it about that route, that concept that you feel really comfortable with?
I feel like a lot of, if you just watch the film, a lot of what we do attacks the middle of the field. And again, we have the ability to do obviously everything and attack all areas, but a lot of the time we're attacking the middle of the field. And that takes some guts as a wide receiver, right? And obviously I don't want to set anybody up. I kind of did set up number 10 this past game, and he made a great catch on the well, I guess it wasn't targeting, but they made a great catch. I usually don't like to set them up, but again, they're running across the middle. They trust me to make an accurate throw, and I mean, there's a lot of bodies in there. So again, that's a huge testament to our guys and their toughness mentally and physically. And then again, just our ability as an offense to attack all the areas on the field.
Yeah, it's funny you talk about that pass. It clearly was targeting, by the way. I don't know how that doesn't get called, but we're doing the alternate cast where we're calling the game, on ACC Network, and I kind of just look at Eddie because I know he's about to say something, a former wide receiver, and he goes, "Hey, man, that's one of those." Carson just walks up and says, "Sorry, but great catch. You made it happen. It is what it is," and it was a huge play by him. I mentioned kind of the legacy game and what that game was. 270 passing yards, couple of touchdowns, the game winner. Answering the bell is what you did in this game, and now you get the opportunity to play freaking quarterback in the national championship. Have you wrapped your mind around it? Have you taken a second to just think of what you're accomplishing?
I mean, no, not really. I've been so I've been so busy with preparation and watching film and practice. But man, just to take a second and kind of, reflect on the past 6 years, and obviously that's a long time to be in college. And if you would have asked me that when I was 18 years old, I mean, obviously that wasn't my plan, right? That wasn't my plan. A lot of what's happened wasn't the original plan, and a lot of times, God works that way. It's His plan. You have to trust in that, and just understanding that, and having been a part of two teams that have, been to national championship games and won national championship games to finally be the guy. I've had this conversation with a lot of people, and obviously I do have 2 rings, but I was on the bench. I wasn't on the field. I wasn't the guy doing it. I was just a part of it. So obviously it feels good, and you're happy as a part of the team. Obviously you put in the work, you did the practices, you did the workouts, you did everything. You're part of the team. But I always said that I wanted my own, and to finally have that opportunity and to do that after the year that I've gone through and the year that this team has gone through. Obviously, this isn't all about me. It's about this team and this university, but the adversity that we've battled and overcome, the doubt that we've overcome to get to this moment and get to this point. I mean, what an unbelievable story, and what an opportunity we have.
Yeah, I'll get to the team for a second, but I am just so interested because your story is very unique, and what you're able to overcome, the adversity that you overcome, and after a year where people were just putting so much dirt on your name and shade on your name, what do you hope that this is an example for others? The fact that you did bet on yourself and you believed in yourself and you go somewhere else and have this unbelievable year and all this success. What kind of example, I guess, are you hoping that you're for other we'll just say quarterbacks that are maybe dealing with a situation of this nature?
Man, I think sometimes in life, just in general, not even in football, especially me being blessed, with the opportunity to have um, I don't want to say following, but have the platform that I have. A lot of people see me a lot of time, and to a lot of times in life, you're given mountains to move to show others that they can be moved as well. And I hope that through my story and through my testimony and through the things that I've been through and the adversities I've faced and the situations I've gone through, that it shows others that might go through the same thing that I've gone through, that it's possible, that it is possible to overcome it. It is possible to get through that battle, through that storm, to move that mountain. And again, that's a huge reason for why I do it, right? Obviously, I'm very close to my family. I got a couple of really close friends that are like family to me, and again, a lot of them look to me to, get things done, and I gotta make it happen for them. So again, it's been a crazy year of ups and downs, but for it to, get to this point and this moment, it's been pretty awesome, and it's been worth every second.
Yeah, it's good to know your why, and it's good to have the foundation that I know you have, and meeting your mom and your sister and seeing your support system. It's truly cool, and I understand how you're able to get on the other side of this thing. All right, let's go bigger picture here for Miami. What does this mean for the U, man? Because I know Coach Cristobal, he gets pissed off when people say it's back, the U's back, and I get that. I understand it's levels that will be unattainable given the climate and day and age, but truly, what do you expect, the next steps for Miami to be once you leave and are alumni of this university?
Yeah, well, obviously everybody knows the legacy of this logo, right? And to have the opportunity to wear the U on your helmet and, be in this position of what, back in, well, I mean, early 2000s, the late 1900s, just the dominance that the U was, what they stood for, and to be able to be in this position, you could say the U is back, but again, I also love what Cristobal says of this is a new team. This is a new day and age. Like that was a different team back then. And again, we look to those guys and we try to build off of the culture that they set in place, obviously the legacy that they left to this university, but we're trying to build on top of that, right? It's a new day and age. It's completely new guys, new coaches, everything. So again, it means everything to me to be a part of this. And I know it means a lot to this team to be in this spot.
Yeah, it's time for some new legends to be born. It's time for the Malachi Tonys, the Carson Becks, the Reuben Baines, and others, to be the ones like, oh my gosh, they're on the sideline. There they are. And I know that certainly will come with time. I want to dive into this game a little bit here with you, and really just kind of start with the location. It's down the street. It's a place you play and are very comfortable with. The sight lines, the stadium, the locker rooms. I'm not sure if you're in your locker room or not, but how is that, I guess, as a quarterback? Because I think of my time in the national championship I played in, we went across the country. We were in the Fiesta Bowl, and it was weird in a different place, and no one's ever been there before. Is there comfort with the familiarity of where you're playing, and is that advantageous at all, for you as a quarterback?
Yeah, I think there's definitely comfortability in that and playing in your home stadium. We haven't played there in 2 months. It's felt like forever since the last time we were there, but and it'll be weird being the away team in our home stadium. I think the biggest thing is, again, yes, it's cool that we get the opportunity to play in our stadium and Hard Rock for the national championship, but again, the same game is played in between these lines regardless of where you play. I think, yes, it does, like I said, bring a little bit of comfort for this team and having played there and it being our home stadium, but you can't let that distract you. It's cool. It's awesome. It's going to be super dope, especially for this fan base and for Miami as a city. But again, you can't let it distract you. You can't put too much thought into it. At the end of the day, you still have to go out there on the field and execute.
Yeah, let's look at Indiana here for a second, and I'll get you out. I appreciate your time. They're so efficient, right? Like that's the talk of the town. Every channel you look on, every tweet you look at, this is a team that doesn't make mistakes, doesn't take false steps, doesn't align improperly. How do you face that? Like, what kind of things do you hope to see from your team on Monday night?
Yeah, well, they're super disciplined, and obviously the talent speaks for itself. You want to be 15-0 if you weren't super talented, and they're very, very well coached. I got a ton of respect for their coach and the way that they play. You can tell the way that they play that, again, they have great chemistry. They play with great discipline, and again, they fly around on defense. Again, from the film that I've watched, it's kind of been those key things that I just talked about. So for us, again, at the end of the day, it comes down to execution, and staying consistent. Can't shoot yourself in the foot, obviously, with the way that these guys are able to stay disciplined. So again, it's staying consistent. It's going to come down to execution, and it's going to come down to the little margins and what we're able to do.
Yeah, excited to see it, man. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you in a couple days, brother.
Absolutely. Appreciate you.
Did you know that Ingles sells more organics than any other store? Or that they run their own dairy? Or that they only serve USDA choice and prime meat? Did you know that they have more local craft beer than any place else? Or that they have energy smart stores? Or that they professionally slice and package imported cheese from Europe? Did you know about their giant international aisle, local farm partnerships, curbside pickup, wine department? Or that they donate 3,956 meals a day to local food banks? Well, now you do. It's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.